What's up, guys? Nobleman Nick here. We got Silly Scaper, and we're gonna talk a bit about some of the generals and what's in their army and what we like and don't like. So, for starters, my favorite is Einar. And so, if we come down to my Einar army, which there is one shelf up there as well, you have your samurai, you got all your soldiers, more soldiers, some ninja, gladiators, pirates, dragons, some extra guys up there. Einar is obviously your historical type army, but one thing I like about his army, other than historical is cool, is I like how great a lot of the leaders are. Also, like being historical, like I said, is just cool. Like Kazuki Samurai and Ninja of the Northern Wind were some of my favorite figures that I had in the beginning. But yeah, so they have some of the best leaders in Einar in the whole game. You have Kato Katsuro. There's a reason these guys are expensive because he can take a turn with Ashigaru Harkabus and Yari in one turn. So he can move 8 figures, being these guys in front of him, in one turn. And then you got other good heroes in the army, like Kaimanawa is a favorite of a lot of people, including the maker of the game. But Marcus Decimus Gallus is another one of the best leaders because you have Romans, Greeks, these guys, and there are other soldiers in the game on Jandar and Vidar's team, and he can help them get increased movement no matter where they are on the battlefield. And then, if you're a soldier next to him, you also get an extra attack. Oh yeah, and those guys are also soldiers. So it's also with range, so they can just sit there, wait, then fire, and get his bonus. So Marcus is one of the greatest leaders in the game for sure. Spartacus is one of the greatest leaders in the game. And I love the gladiators. Spartacus can just increase the gladiators. All the gladiators, no matter where they are on the map, get extra move, attack, and defense from him just being there. And he can bond with them, which so can Marcus, like I was talking about. But so he makes the gladiators very dangerous, and he's probably not the most well-rounded, but as far as all the stuff he does, he's kind of the best leader in the game. And then Marcus, Alex likes these guys. He can make them move 6 with stealth flying so that they can get their double attack in really well.
And they can move around a lot easier, and they can like trade places almost, move further up just to get those attacks, and you can't hold them down. So they're just fun.
Yep. And then you got Pirate Hero Crimson Widow is one of the best. For 1, she can change anyone into a pirate. For 2, she can help their movement a little bit. But for 3, the big one is she can increase their attack no matter where they are on the battlefield, just like Spartacus and Marcus can do in their abilities. So those are some of the best leaders in the whole game, and they're all on Einar, which Atlaga is another one. He can increase Kyrie speed in the whole map. And then you got some other bonders for VC. You got the new Guilty coming out who can change anyone into a lawman, which is, pretty good leadership there. And you just got a few other nice heroes there. But that is what we like about, or that's what's kind of key with Einar there. So, what general should we do next?
Let's do Vidar. I would say the opposite.
Vidar. Vidar's over here. So, he's
probably one of my second favorite armies.
These 5 shelves.
First or second, depends on the day.
He's kind of in the middle for me, like he usually is. He's usually in the middle of everything. But he does have some very good individual heroes, I think is kind of his main thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dun's got a wild ability. Sudema's got a really crazy ability. So you got some things like that with Vidar as well. But with soldier leadership with Marcus, you got them, so he can actually help them too, since we were talking about that, and then they can switch.
Which can be very effective when you do it right.
Yeah.
And they look cool, and they're...
Vidar's got the defense and the range. I mean, that's his big thing in the game.
Defense and range.
Auto defense with most of them.
Lots and lots of range.
those heroes.
Heroscape is pretty effective.
The heroes, obviously, the better ones. The majors are very good at what they do. Admiral's a very good leader as well, actually. You can kind of overwhelm your enemy with these guys. But again, you got range there. You got range with the highest speed in the game with range here. With Rannox tying them now. Obviously, they're solid. Like, individual units, like, unique units that are just really good. Range.
Massive firepower and taking enemies out of range.
And now he's doing anti-range to have something to counter his own army. The Guillory.
I think he got mad that everyone said he was a range guy, never melee. He's like, fine, I'll show you melee.
Yeah. And then another crazy ability character like Braxis.
Oh, yeah.
And Vidar is someone who likes his queens. You have Sudama, you have Braxis, you have Queen Kyrian. So, and I was talking about this in my video, but Queen Kyrian has the same eyes and skin as Revna. So it's kind of funny that they are choosing to be in an alliance together with that being a thing. But I think that's pretty much all to say about Vidar.
Yeah, he's basically like the future and the
So let's go with Ular, since I was talking about them a little bit ago. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 right now. Rows of them. There are more Vipers that aren't right here, but Ular is my second favorite because I like elves for one, but for two, he has characters in the game that have the best stats in the game. So he's got Vanak Warlord with Vanak Vipers, which is just a natural thing that makes them go 9 and Frenzy even more than they normally do. So that ends up being a squad of 3 who can move 9, who can Frenzy and go again and again and again.
And if you get Frenzy, you can basically get to the start zone if you possible. It's not impossible.
So they have 2 extremes in the game. They have the highest speed and they have the lowest defense in the game, 0. So Ular is all about extremes. So you got that. You got the Rannox that are new that are behind me right here.
Which I very much love.
Which with the Gorillinators, again, you have the highest speed range units. And then here's all the Kyrie that they're nothing extreme about that other than you got a one-shot ability, I guess. Ashra have kind of the greatest defense in the game, at least against melee. So that's an extreme that you got there. You can completely take people's powers away. Let's see. Okay, as far as range goes, you have both Savaris's and Deadeye Dan with 10 and 9 range. That's the highest in the game, aside now from Frizz, who will be coming out. He can have a special attack that has 10, but it also doesn't work all the time unless there's like adjacent enemies. So naturally, they all have the biggest range in the game. You have more Frenzy characters, so obviously Ular likes the Frenzy stuff. You have maximum number of attacks with these guys, because you can do 3 guys that can attack everyone around them, which is a maximum of 18 attacks in a game. You have unique abilities like Thericus can carry. You got Jotun, who gets the maximum attack in the game, naturally at least.
And has the biggest sword.
Of 8. And I think he might be the tallest character. And right beside him, we got Charos, the highest life in the game of 9. And the highest survivability in the game of 9 with 5 defense.
And Counter-Strike.
And he's got the highest Counter-Strike in the game. That even works on Samurai. So, yeah. And I think, never mind. But, actually, you also have the best healer at the moment in the game, I think, is Channa. Because she's just very good at it. Can be bonded with Kelda. That's arguable, And eventually we will be having Dernipia be the best one. So
did you mention the monks yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I thought so.
So, yeah, Ular is just full of extremes. Another extreme speed is the teleportation ability of what's his name again?
forget her name.
Starts with an S, I think. Or yeah, it's a her.
I can't think of her name.
Well, the teleporter there, for some reason, I can't remember. But there's also a teleporting elf that can do it as well.
2 teleporters in the same team.
So that's another extreme speed. So yeah, just extremes all over the place. So what do you want to do next?
Let's go with Jandar.
We got him, and then we got Utgar and the new ones left, and Aquila. Jandar is your typical good guy team. We got 3, 4, 5 shelves here. You got your typical knights. So we got tons of knights up here. You got angels and Vikings and more northern type beings. More soldiers. Icy characters again, more northern type stuff. And he has some robots. So one of my favorite in the game is the Omnicrons to use with Taylord. But typically Jandar's biggest thing is defense. So Nilfheim has great survivability. The Ice Elementals, even though they aren't great because they're on their own, have good attack and defense, both. This is more of an attacking ranged thing, which is different than the rest of his stuff for the most part. All of them have some range. He's got some good soldiers there. He's kind of got just some bulky things that tend to do well. You might not see them all the time, but pretty much everything in his army can pretty much do well. Like the 4th Massachusetts line can do well. Nilfheim's the best dragon snipers are a great army with Taylord. Great bows are now another great ranged army.
Yeah, they're fun. The
best assassins in the game are some of the soldiers here, the Airborne and Drake. One of the highest attacking fun armies is Alistair with his McDurks here, or even the Flag Bearer with them. Sentinels, since we're talking about defense, have huge defense since they double it, and you can put Raylin with them, so you could end up having maybe even put Atlaga with them. Then you got 5 move, flying, you're going to have height, which is 5 defense plus Raylin. You can have 6 or 7 defense with them, and you're doubling it. So you could have up to pretty easily, not a whole lot of setup there, you could pretty easily, even without Atlaga, have 14 essentially defense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's pretty insane. So they're just Jandar's more of the surviving team normally. Sometimes he strays from that, like the McDurks. The Knights they're like the defensive bonding army, but the Flag Bearer speeds them up. You got the Templar, though. They're fast and they hit hard, so that's a little different.
They look amazing.
But they are pretty bulky because they can survive better against small and medium guys. And then the Bears are the survivors as well. They're hard to kill with 8 life Adelburn and the big 2 life Bears. So that's kind of all I got to say about them, I think. Vikings, yeah. They got the only pretty much spirit people in the game with more coming. So, yep, that's cool. Since we're over here, we'll just go over Utgar now.
The opposite.
Yep, the attacking mass number sort of ruler. He's got kind of everything because he's the big bad guy. But yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shelves worth. Up here you got the undead. So one of Alex's favorite is Cyprian and Sonya combo a lot of the time. He is technically, in a way, the fastest character in the game because he has 8 in stealth flying.
That's amazing.
Although Tulbakra, that's in the Morrow area back here, can teleport 10 spaces. And Einar will also have that Samurai Horseman who can move 8 and then move 4 more in the same turn and attack twice. So those are the 3 fastest in the game, other than teleporting, like I said, with Ular. And if you include the fact that they're squad and they can move 9 with the Vipers, that's still The only one who contends with Ular's maximum most of the time is Utgar. But anyways, Phantom Knights are great. The other ghosts
They're
are
one of my favorites.
scary. Not used a lot though. The wolves can bond with other wolves, which is pretty cool here. Anubians can potentially have some extremely high attacks. Zombies are zombies. I mean, they can combine their attack, come back. They're funny because you can only hit their head. But then he's got 2 shelves of just Morrow, which are strictly from the game, and they got all kinds of different D20 abilities. So, yeah, I guess undead are more of a D20-ish thing because of the wretches. The vampires are D20, the ghosts are D20, the wolves are D20, and then the Morrow have Subakna for D20, Nagaxa, Kimoshi, the Stingers, the Morrow Warriors, the Wolsinu, Torkelna, the snake guy here. Well, Bakra, I don't think has it, but the Dividers and the Hive all do. So lots of D20 characters in this army. Then you move down, you get a whole shelf worth of orcs, who are just kind of your basic melee army that you can have with lots of bonding options and whatnot. Typical, and they have disengage, which is always fun, but he has the most dragons with the squad and several heroes to choose from. He's got quite a bit of the pirates, if you're into them. He's got the Drow from the D&D. Of course, with Kyrie, he's got the minions, and reflecting best with the generals is usually the Kyries. Jandar's got the defense. Ugar has the offense. And then Ular that we talked about with the... He's got kind of the extremes where the protectors have the only range at the moment, at least, of Kyrie squads, I think, that I can remember. And then the other ones are the only ones with 2 life, so that's another kind of extreme thing with him. Einar, you got your soldier historical type, I suppose. Did we go over anybody else?
Vider
doesn't have any, but he's got the Gallery.
Yeah.
The Gallery.
Be nice to see if he can.
The Gallery are like the cousins, and they're good. So whatever. Yeah. So yeah, usually the Kyrie reflect best. Then you got the fiery type guys. Obviously, Ugar's kind of fire offense. Jandar's ice defense. So Vidar's acid. Charos is kind of none of them. Valaric's gonna just be techie. Revna's undead. Einar's another fiery. I mean, you can see that with the dragons and some other characters sometimes. Anywho, then you got more Soulborgs. Ugar has a little bit of everything that you'd expect bad guys to have.
Yep.
Fire, demons, dragons, robots, orcs. Morrow, I mean, they're crazy looking humanoid things. Undead. Actually, biggest defense in the game does go to the Deathwalkers. So he does have that. So he's, like I said, the only one that can kind of contend with Ular with maximums. And then they only got 1 life. But then you got plenty of nice heroes. He is the army that has the most cheap heroes that you can just throw into army. So you'll most of the time you'll have an Utgar figure in your army. So, yeah. Lots and lots to say with Utgar. So
3 left, I believe.
Aquila or the others? Which one do you want to do?
Let's do Aquila, since she's the last of the originals.
Yeah.
He was
the newest
of the originals, but now she is.
So she does have some guys up here. So we got wizards with her and natives. Obviously, she's all about wilderness. Natives kind of lived in wilderness for the most part, and you got these wizards from the wilderness, monks that are all spiritual wildernessy.
Dwarves, exact opposite of wilderness.
Well, sort of.
Yeah.
Somebody had to have dwarves, so I guess they just decided to give Aquila the dwarves.
Yep.
So she's got a massive dwarven army that keeps being added on to with Dorum now
Dwarves
here.
are fun. Short but sturdy and strong.
And then wilderness again, you have predators and spiders. Oh yeah, she has her dragon I forgot to mention earlier, which
Zenithrax
is again reflecting wilderness because Zenithrax has vines that can grow.
Mm-hmm.
So Kyrie and dragons reflect their army best typically. She also has these little electric dragons, so I guess electric is kind of her thing, but also water is kind of her thing. But water and electricity can kind of go together anyway. Get something wet and electrocuted. And then more wilderness things, nature things with all these guys. So that's pretty much Aquila. More of a thematic thing than a stat thing or anything, I would say. Ugh. And then we'll just go down the row. Well, she's over there, whatever. Volaric is all about the rodents at the moment, and his whole theme is money and using technology and stuff
steampunk
like that.
and like anthropomorphic creatures.
And now you got orcs.
Yep.
A different kind of orc that doesn't want to serve Utgar, I guess. And then Revna. Revna's all about the undead and scary figures, so she's got a few shelves here for now. Not too many. The bottom shelf here, though, has your big Ascenic group and your big bug army group here. So lots of conquering pirates. Yeah. People taking from others and then undead up here. So, not a lot to say about them, I guess. I don't know. If you want a necromancer team, Utgar has some of that, but this is more so necromancer, especially with the new Kyrie that we're gonna get in a month that goes with these two. That's a straight up necromancy army, and this one will be getting better with Corvin here. So.
And then we've got our old forgotten dead brother, Valkrol.
Oh, yeah. I guess I should talk about him. He was apparently in the lore killed by Revna, and now his flesh is her cape.
Yeah.
So.
Pretty metal.
Or his wings or whatever.
Bugbears.
I mean, goblins, orcs, sort of bad guy type characters. A lot of those are back there customs. But a lot of bad guy
Death
type
Knights.
things. Typically the ones you see most is Death Knights with all the relentless bonding. They're quite the they're quite the offensive team, I would say, as well. Death Knights can make your defense low and do damage. They can charge up and hit hard. And these guys, they do have the defensive shielding, but they also get more offense with their cloud against common figures. So, and these guys have 4 attack base as well. So, all of them are definitely some offensive things that Volaric has. Oh, and then we got G.I. Joe and Cobra. I guess there's that too. So, that's just G.I. Joe and Cobra. I don't know. You got lots of new soldiers that can go with some of the other ones. Marcus, Drake, ninjas. Yeah, Cobra bad, G.I. Joe good. So
Pretty much.
that's about it with that one. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.